Right then, we are back today with a triple threat match. Three absolutely fantastic cruiserweights. We have got Wes Lee, Chris Bay, and the debuting Saquon Shugars, one member of Dark State. And I've got a feeling we might not have used some of these guys for quite some time. Of course, Saquon Shugars has never been used before. Let's check first then Chris Bay. So Chris Bay has had 3 matches so far in the Universe mode. He has had 1 in 2021, 1 in 2022, and 1 this year so far. And this year so far has been pretty damn good. He got a victory with 3 eliminations in whatever match that was. So he picked up a hell of a lot of points. He's now on +4 after those 3 matches in 116th position. So he's doing pretty well for himself, actually. Of course, picked up that horrific injury. Was it last year or the year before? I can't remember now. It's been quite some time. I believe he is doing much better now. Seems like he's able to walk and do whatever he wants to do. I don't think he's wrestling. I don't think he's even considering wrestling at this point in time. We'll have to wait and see, I suppose. But yeah, it's a shame because he is absolutely incredible. I don't know how old he is, to be honest. Chris Bay. How old is he? He's 29. He's still very young himself. Wow. So he had his injury. When was that? So career-threatening injury in October 27th, 2024. He suffered a bad injury in his and Austin's match against the Hardy Boys. The match was immediately called off. Bay was stretchered out, taken to a nearby hospital, and received emergency surgery. On January 21st, 2025, Rob Van Dam gave an update stating that he suffered a broken neck, but was no longer paralysed. On February 13th, Bay posted a video himself online and gave an update on his injury, stating that he received a C6 and C7 neck fusion and a C6 T1 spinal cord fusion, and was given about a 10 to 25% chance of ever walking again. Wow, it is really bad, isn't it, really? Bay made his first appearance since the incident at the close of the event on April 17th for Unbreakable, and he returned to TV programming where he gave an update on his recovery and thanked fans for the support. So I don't think there's much chance of seeing him wrestling anytime soon. The fact that he was only given a 10 to 25% chance of ever walking again is insane, really. It really, really is. I don't know the extent. I mean, I've seen slight updates. I'm sure I saw him walking before, to be honest, but I might be completely wrong. Bay has made significant recovery, is walking, and has appeared at wrestling events, though he continues to heal from the lingering pain and stiffness. Yeah, so I don't think we'll see him wrestle again for quite some time still, but the fact he's just up and walking is incredible, to be honest with you. Right, enough of the depression. Next up, Wes Lee has just made his entrance already. He's on -1 after 8 matches, 2 matches so far this year. And then we have Saquon Shugars, one member of Dark State, who is making his debut in SWE, and I believe he's a very good cruiserweight. What I did is I went onto Cage Match, I went to the current NXT roster, and I sorted by rating, and this guy was one of the highest rated guys on the NXT roster currently. I've never seen him wrestle before, but I'm looking forward to seeing what he gets up to. Let me have a quick search for him. Saquon... Is that how you pronounce it? I can't really spell it. Oh, yeah, I got it right. Nice. Yeah, he's rated as an 8.38 out of 10. Some of the ratings say he is easily the best member of Dark State right now. But that's also the biggest problem. He's extremely talented and explosive in the ring. His mic work is underrated as hell. But I fear he's stuck with a mid-card infection and struggling to find his footing. Another one, charismatic as hell, unique look and very, very good in the ring. Lucky to be one of my favourite on the indies. Oh, was he an indie wrestler before joining WWE, or was he? Yes, he was actually an independent wrestler, trained with Caleb Connolly, George South and Jake Manning. Okay. So that's the difference, isn't it, really? He is someone who has wrestled quite a bit on the independent scene before joining NXT. Lucky Ali was his name. There you go. So yeah, very popular then by the looks of it. I don't think we've ever used him before, but he is rated an 8.38 out of 10 after 44 ratings on Cage Match. I've never seen him wrestle, so let me know if you watch NXT more often. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below how good this guy actually is. Oh, he's showing off a bit here. It's an interesting name, isn't it, as well? Saquon Shugars. There it is. So yeah, he's got his own Wikipedia page. Yeah, wrestled as Lucky Ali or Lava Barbie for a while as well. He actually had a match on AEW Dark Elevation where he lost to Frankie Kazarian. He's worked for DPW. He lost to Jay Malachi in a match, and Jay Malachi, as I know from earlier, is now known as Javon Evans. He's also faced up against Colby Corino, the son of the legendary Steve Corino, who was also with NXT, I think. So yeah, he won a few championships before coming across the WWE as well. Won the DPW Championship, won the FIP World Championship, and he was actually ranked 412th in the 2023 PWI 500. Okay. So he seems like someone we could get some more use out of in the future. He looks like an actual... He's pretty cool looking as well, actually. I quite like that old school like singlet that... It just shouts Harlem Heat to me. It really does. As Wes Lee now diving off the top into the corkscrew. Chris Bay now up on the top. The team I don't think we've used before as well is Chris Bay and Ace Austin. That's the team we haven't really used. So yeah, hopefully for Saquon's sake, Dark State... I mean, I was really impressed with Dark State when we used them, but evidently that's in the computer game, isn't it? In real life, they weren't terrible in the match against the Hardys. I don't like watching the Hardys wrestle anymore. I think it's quite hard to watch them wrestle. I think they're living off nostalgia, and it's just a bit painful. So I think when you put Dark State against someone who's a bit more explosive and interesting now, it might be a lot better for them. So it might just been the wrong match for me to judge Dark State on, to be honest. But Saquon Shugars, by all accounts, is the main man from that group. He's a big lad. He is... Yeah, so he's not really... as much as he's got a high-flying moveset, apparently. With one of his signature moves, apparently, is the clothesline, which I don't like at all. I hate when that happens, to be honest. Yeah, his wrestling style is a high flyer, according to Cage Match. He's a big lad to be a high flyer, though. 6'1", 225 pounds. I say he's bigger than the other two in this match. His name is Copeland Barbie. I thought that was Beth Phoenix's name. Wes Lee now springs off the ropes in with a dropkick, taking down Chris Bay. And it's similar to the triple threat we did yesterday now then. We've got 2 TNA wrestlers and 1 NXT wrestler. At the moment, TNA have not had the best couple of days, but, I mean, you'd think that they're definitely got to be the favourites to win this one, just for the sheer numbers game. I don't know, what am I on about? I'm being a complete knob here, aren't I? It's 2 NXT wrestlers, isn't it? Wes Lee's an NXT wrestler. So it's Saquon Shugars and Wes Lee from NXT, and it's Chris Bay from TNA. Yeah, so you think NXT would have the advantage then, just based purely on numbers. To quote the great Scott Steiner, they've got a 66.6% chance of winning, but if you take away the... I'm not going to start that. Saquon Shugars now taken up. Wes Lee drops him with a Falcon Arrow, hooks the legs to the pin. 1, 2... No, only a 1 count. Okay. Nice dragon screw. Yeah, I think in terms of looks, this is the one that I would like the most, Saquon Shugars. I mean, Dark State themselves, we'll have to try and utilise them at some point. Maybe as a trio, maybe... Could they be any use at Halloween Havoc? Are they creepy? I mean, they wear masks, they're pretty creepy. I mean, if I saw guys with balaclavas and masks walking to me on the street, I'd be terrified, to be honest, but... There is the flip pile drive by Wes Lee. There's the boot right into the arm now, trying to work over Shugars as well. And of course, don't forget, this is only the 3rd of 7 matches today. Insane, I know. Wes Lee, that corkscrew moonsault, or corkscrew senton once again. There's the pin now on Chris Bay. Shugars is down and out. This could be Wes Lee's chance to pick up the win. It's only a 2 count. Look at that, flattens Shugars as well with a clothesline. And remember, it is triple threat rules, so remember also, triple threat rules means the winner of this match will gain 3 points in the ranking system. Which is huge, really. Kendo stick attempted right across the gut there. And Shugars now taking down Wes Lee. As I say, Shugars, we're going down swinging. Shugars now with a running drop kick in the corner as well, dropping the pin on Wes Lee, taking down both opponents, trying to go for the pin. It's only a 2 count. Be a hell of a debut for him, you know. If he was to pick up the 3 points and walk away with a victory in his first ever match, that would be huge for him. Chris Bay now boot in the gut. Now spinning around. Shugars takes him up. He's a heavy lad. Drops him on the back of his neck. The elbows in the gut now by Chris Bay on Wes Lee. Dropping him with the DDT right in his head. And now in with a big cutter by Chris Bay. Wes Lee's flat out. This could be the chance for Bay to get the pin here over Shugars, and he does indeed. Saquon Shugars then on his debut moves down to a -1. Wes Lee. Wes Lee moves down in his 3rd match of the year to a -2 after 9 matches. But Chris Bay, I think he's the one who needed it the most, to be honest. He was already down. No, he doesn't. What am I on about? He's the one who needed it the least. But then again, this is a massive win for him. He was already on +4. With this victory, he now moves up to a +7, which takes him from 116th position all the way up to 69th. Lol. On +7. That's a big win. +7 after 4 matches is huge. And that's going to start forcing our hand a bit. I mean, there's not much that he's going to be involved in over the next few weeks. Of course, we know already exactly who's going to be in the PWI 500 tournament because it's already been announced by PWI. But after that, like I said, depends on who wins that PWI tournament. We'll have a bit of freedom to book a few different people. And I think Chris Bay, being on +7 after 4 matches, is someone we definitely have to consider. One thing I don't really want to consider too much that I keep forgetting about is the fact that Ace Romero is on +7 as well. He's definitely one of the guys we need to bring in just to try and help put other people over. Because, yeah, Ace Romero should not be that freaking high, I tell you. I really do. But either way, massive win for Chris Bay. Have we ever used him as part of the tag team? I just want to double check before we go. No, he's not even on there. He's not even on the tag team rankings. I think we shall add him on. Yeah. We'll get Chris Bay and Ace Austin added on. As, what were they called? They were, is it ABC? No? What were they called? It is ABC. Okay, I was right. ABC. Come and tag with me. Alright, ABC. The team of Chris Bay and Ace Austin. There we go. Right. I'll love you, leave it then. That is it for this one. Up next is women's #1 contendership tag team action. Does that make sense? I think I got the right words in the wrong order. I did a bit of the Yoda there for a moment. It will be the Culling, Tatum Paxley, and I believe the debuting Izzy Dame. I don't think we've ever used Izzy Dame before. Going up against Decay, Rosemary, and Jessica Havoc. Rosemary and Jessica Havoc have been at the top of the women's tag team rankings now for quite some time. I think they are former SWE women's tag team champions as well. But yeah, first ever opportunity for the Culling, Tatum Paxley, and Izzy Dame to show what they can do. Good night, God bless. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.